What is good, Carti people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam taking Carti off my next whole lot of Bob track because he's been pissing me off lately by not clearing his verses on other artists' projects. I don't care if he paid me 10 racks to put him on my album, I'm tired of the cap. But in today's situation, there might be somewhat of a bright side, might not though. For in related news, Trippie Redd has officially announced that Playboi Carti will not be on his upcoming Pegasus album, in turn once again killing our hopes of ever seeing the numbers 29 and 14 together making out. Maybe Carti is simply looking for an artist that's affiliated with another odd number like he is so that their collab can finally make him even. I don't know. No wonder him and Uzi stopped working together too after Carti found out Uzi was from 16 block, which is obviously another even number. But anyway, before we get into all the details regarding Carti and Trippie Redd as well as the potential bright side of what's going on, as always, Bob Gang feature comment of the video is from I don't even know man, who ironically said, "We all know the album isn't even being delayed, the album doesn't even exist." They're partially correct, the album does not currently exist, however it did at one point in time. The rioters in Minneapolis simply found Carti's secret bank vault with all his CDQ tracks and stole the whole project, I guess including the song we wanted on Trippie's Pegasus too, unfortunately. But back to the topic, Carti not on Trippie's album like we expected, let's talk about it. Okay, as you may or may not know, Trippie Redd and Playboi Carti have collaborated a few times, mostly off the books, as their only official release was titled They Afraid of You on Trippie's album and was completely removed from the album on all streaming platforms only a day or two later, allegedly due to Playboi Carti not liking the mix on the song, which didn't make sense to most fans considering it was almost certainly the most popular track on the album. But hey, maybe Carti is truly the perfectionist artist that he portrays himself as and doesn't care whatsoever about the numbers. Kudos to him if so. And then around the same time as the release of Trippie's album, a couple more songs from the 1400-2900 rapper duo leaked, including That Bitch and Exotic, which were again praised by fans as certified bangers and left us wondering why these songs were never officially released either. Not to mention the fact that Trippie, in response to dropping Star Power and Hello Kitty with one of his 1400 entertainment label artist Sunny 2.0 that very much resembled Carti's own leaked songs Neon and the like, claimed that the two songs were originally sent to Carti for him to use on his own project or for him to hop on as a feature for Trippie to use. And since he didn't end up recording anything on them, Trippie went ahead and released them under his own signed artist name to boost their clout up a bit because, well, Trippie gets a good portion of the artist's royalties from those streams. So with all of these occurrences, fans had suspicions that Trippie and Carti may not have had the best relationship anymore after the whole removal of They Afraid of You on Trippie's album, but quite recently, only a couple to a few months ago, Trippie Redd stated on an Instagram live that Playboi Carti was and still is his favorite artist, which explains why a lot of his own music is influenced by Carti's flow, especially one of the more recent leaks that fans believe Trippie hardcore bit Carti's popular leaked track Woe's flow called Without My Slap. But aside from all that, Trippie's aforementioned live kinda cleared up most of the theories that the two rappers had any animosity towards each other, because why else would he still be his favorite rapper if they didn't like each other? But more recently though, actually only a couple days ago in the IG live that we already covered in a video on Pegasus, Trippie Redd explicitly stated that all the leaks fans wanted, as well as all his favorite artists, would be on Pegasus.
You know what I'm saying? I got all my favorite artists. If you know my favorite artists, if you listen to me, if you watch my lives, if you pay attention to Trippie Redd, then you know who my favorite artist is. I got all my favorite artists on my album. Feel me?
Which caused many fans to believe that Playboi Carti was going to make an appearance. And no, we ain't just talking about being on the music video twerking that without uttering a word like on Lil Yachty's Split/Whole Time music video, because clearly Trippie Redd said Playboi Carti is literally his favorite artist prior to this new IG live. And in correlation with the belief that Carti was almost for sure on the album due to what Trippie said on IG live, a few weeks ago a new snippet from Carti and Trippie leaked on social media called Autopsy, thus also had a high chance, relatively speaking, to be on Pegasus. The snippet would for sure be a banger too. I don't know why Trippie wouldn't put the song on the album, if Carti gave him clearance that is, but unfortunately we have some bad news. Don't worry, as mentioned in the intro, there might be a bright side though, but a couple days ago a Trippie fan page named Everything Trippie Redd bargained the question even further regarding if the song was going to make it onto the album, in fact posting the Autopsy snippet with a caption of "You think Playboi Carti is on Pegasus?" and then tagged Trippie Redd not only in the caption but also countless times in the comments. I guess that's the trick to get famous people's attention, because Trippie actually responded in the comments. However, as I said before, it was bad news, simply answering nah. Maybe the 3 H's in the nah means something though, such as they have 3 1400 2900 collab tapes on the way. Nah, I'm playing, I wish. I don't think we'll ever get any collab tapes from either of the rappers in their careers, because that's just not their mantra. As for the potentially good news, and I say potentially because, well, it still may be bad news, but another Trippie Redd fan page named Lil14 also posted the Autopsy snippet, and knowing it didn't make it onto Trippie's upcoming album Pegasus, still had hope that it could release on a future project or single possibly, and captioned the post, "Not the newest snippet, but who thinks they should drop this?" To which Trippie Redd again surprisingly answered saying, "This on Sonny 2.0's album," which could result in 2 outcomes, and I don't think we're gonna like the more probable one. At the very least though, we know it's coming out, which is a plus. But the first possibility is that the Autopsy snippet will maintain the Trippie and Playboi Carti parts in full, and Sonny 2.0 will simply add his hook or verse onto it and drop the song on the album. The fans get our small dose of Carti crack that we can actually play legally on Spotify, and we're set for weeks or even months until a whole lot of Redd drops for our next fix of Carti crack. Or secondly, and more likely honestly, the same scenario occurs again like before with Star Power and Hello Kitty, wherein Trippie has to take Carti's verse or part off the song and allow Sonny to replace him entirely, as Autopsy will be a track on Sonny's album. Cause let's be real, I don't think Carti would give Sonny a feature just yet with his career just starting, and honestly Trippie carrying him on every song, unless there's a massive bag involved. And even with the bag, as we've witnessed, Carti don't even care about the money, it's about the music. So in summary, the Autopsy snippet with Playboi Carti and Trippie Redd was confirmed not on Trippie's upcoming Pegasus album, however was announced to still be releasing, but unfortunately Carti's part will most likely yet again be removed to be able to utilize for Sonny 2.0's debut album. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, cutting a ball off for every time Carti's verse is taken off a Trippie song. I already cut off one from They Afraid of You on the exclamation mark album. I'm really hoping that Carti remains on Autopsy so I don't have to do another. I need all of my 6 balls. But let me know in the comments if you think Carti will be removed or not. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news and analysis, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description if you with it. Peace out, Carti people. Not saying.